Yeah, yeah. Better hit, yeah, love.
Ah, nice one. Tommy's asking good questions. Okay, so I've always expressed to my students whenever I say community, I would say community, capital UNITY, bringing people together for a greater purpose. And I really value that in my stance in this San Diego dance community or globally. And as a professor, creating a safe space and a positive space as a community with the students at the colleges. So right now, I'm recording this because we are all online. And what I really try to make it a point to be valuable is create a community within our Zoom group. So even though we can't be face to face, we can still create a community, we can still create relationships with people and still have a purpose to come to this online class, which for some it's discouraging because we want to be in person, but we have no choice. So what do? And I try my best to create that community where people want to come, they want to see their friends, the relationships that they develop over the semester. They want to be better, they want to see their peers come through and see their improvement. So that's something that's currently happening in my life where I'm putting a lot of value in creating a community, capital UNITY, within the students on Zoom, and it's really beautiful to see. And even if it's a small community, it's a community that's adding value to them and it's giving them purpose. So that's what I love.
Yeah. Better hit.
Something that we should know right off the bat, or at least acknowledge, is the choreo scene and the breaking scene are completely different forms or traditional format of practices. So with the choreo scene, you are taught how to dance. You are being told what to do and how to do it, how to execute. For breaking, which is considered a freestyle format or a freestyle form, we create what we do. And so coming from a place where I thrive in the choreo scene, I thrive because someone told me what to do and I did it well. Now I went into breaking when I was 37 years old. So mind you, my mindset is already, tell me what to do and I'll freaking kill it. Now I had to, going into the breaking scene, it's like you learn forms and steps or you create your own things, and that's where I got a little anxiety in the beginning because I had no arsenal to pull from. So how can I create something where I don't know anything? But it's part of the journey. Is you have to seek it, you have to figure it out, you have to learn, you have to drill it, and no one's telling you to do it. You have to figure out on your own what's important for you, and I think that's why for me on my personal journey it took a little bit longer to thrive. I feel like just now after 4 years, I'm barely understanding how to package rounds as a competitive beat girl, and so that's one of the big points. And coming from the choreo scene, you are part of a team, and to be successful and to get what you want out of that, the end of the day we want to perform on stage. So we have to show up to rehearsal on time, ready to go, ready to learn. But with breaking, we represent our own, our own hustle. So if we're not putting in the work, it's gonna show. No one's telling us what to do. We have to be self-motivated. So those are two main points that I've experienced, the differences between being in the choreo scene and being in the breaking scene and how to be successful.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just say off the bat, my definition of success is to be happy. That's really it. I just want to be happy, and if I'm happy and thriving, then that's a plus because I want to be happy. But if I'm thriving and I'm not happy, then something's wrong, So that to me is a definition of success, is to be happy in what I'm doing and knowing that I take ownership and I'm proud of what I'm doing. In terms of the patience and eagerness to learn, so again, if you remember me mentioning, I came into this dance already a choreo dancer, into breaking. I came in as a choreo dancer. I came in learning at 37 years old. So my mindset was still similar to my approach to choreo. But I have to remember, okay, I'm in a different scene now where I'm battling against people who I could be their mom. Okay? And I'm more than half the age of some of these people that I'm battling, and I'm losing to them. So there's that big humble, I have to be, it's a reality, or it's an ego check for me to be like, you know what, just because I've been in the choreo scene for 20 years does not translate my stance in the breaking scene. So I had to, right from the jump, I had to rewire my mindset and go, I'm starting from the bottom of the barrel, I know nothing, and I can't act like I'm something. Or I can't, just because my reputation in the choreo scene is what it is, does not translate into the breaking scene. I have to still, prove myself to myself. I still have to work hard. There's no easy props in this culture. Whoever you are, you put in the work based on your talent, your skill, and your work ethic and professionalism. So I'm really hungry to learn a lot of these crazy moves, but I also have to, this is where I get checked. My body, even though my energy is that of a young adult, my body is that of someone who's 41 years old. So I have to train smart, and I can't train the same way I used to dance when I was 24, where I would never work out, eat Mexican food, go to practice, come home at 2 o'clock, and then, do hookah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't live like that anymore. I have to be really, really smart, because what's important to me is longevity. And that's what I want to make sure that I could do with this dance, is dance for as long as I can. So I have to really make different changes. So in terms of the eagerness, like strength and skill, you can't rush that. So I have to be really patient right now, and I can't have the I wanted it yesterday mentality. I just have to be patient and give people the respect that even though I've been dancing for 4 years, I've just been dancing for 4 years, and I can't expect my skill and just my stance in the culture to be similar like Ayumi, who's been dancing 20 plus years in this culture. So just, I own who I am, where I'm at. I'm at where I'm at, and am I happy? Yes. Okay, then I'm successful.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I'll try not to cuss. Dang. Okay, so I just want to address right now that I'm 41 years young. All right, and I've been dancing for over 20 years. And if I could tell my younger Mel self, which is when I started dancing, let's say like 17, 18, I would probably say this one: always keep your side of the street clean. And integrity and work ethic will get you far. So that I would say that to myself, to not worry and to not feel rushed about being an amazing dancer, because if I put in the work, if I show the right integrity, that working with me is fun to work with me, I'll always get opportunities, and I'll always get work, and talent most of the time becomes second, where work ethic, reliability, professionalism is first. And being in this dance scene for over 20 years, that's my big observation, is I've gotten opportunities mainly because of me being reliable, because of my work ethic and my professionalism. A lot of people think you gotta be the dopest dancer to get opportunities. Yes, that is true at first, but true colors are shown when your professionalism shows. So if you're late, if you're unreliable, you don't answer texts or emails, that's already a sign that people won't want to work with you. So that's what I would tell my younger self, to stay calm and relax, and that don't put so much pressure on myself that I need to be the best dancer now.
Yeah.
Still working on this. I'm still working on this 90, all right, but I've been trying to work on it since I started breaking, and yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, this is something that I share to my own students and to people who reach out to me on social media, or I just put this narrative out there often because it's something I'm living. So something that I say that I really think is important for us to know is that you're never too old, and it's never too late to start something. So, a lot, when I was first teaching, I first started teaching at 23, okay? And so I would have people in that class say, oh, I'm too old for this shit, And I was like, nah, you're fine, because I was the same age, even though I felt like I wasn't old, but I was doing it with them, but they're gonna feel what they feel. Here I am, 41 years young, started breaking at 37, and so I hope that me doing this and me putting that narrative out in the world and putting the work behind it can inspire people that it doesn't matter how old we are or how young we are, that if we want to do it, we'll do it, but we just have to put in the work and be around the right people. So what has allowed me to thrive doing well and being happy in this culture at the age of 41 is, one, just understanding that it's work and it's not easy, and yes, it's different kind of work and it's not the same approach as someone who's successful but 22 years old. So we have to look at the differences between that, because the reality is my body is 41, another person's body who's doing well is 22. And two, what has allowed me to thrive is also being around super supportive people, around the right energy. So my mindset, I'm really hungry right now and I feel like I'm on this freight train that I want to be amazing. And so who around me, who I'm friends with, who I respect, who also enjoy being around me, has the same mindset. And build that relationship, build that connection, and just put it out there like you want to be amazing and you want to be around the right people to help you thrive. And so, as I end this, if you're somebody who really wants to make change in your life, who wants to do something better, think about it and who around your circle is doing it. If they're not in your circle, who outside of your circle that you feel comfortable connecting with is doing it, and start building with them. If you don't know them, then that's the first step, is to connect with them, build with them, because if they have that same mindset, they're going to connect with you. They want to be around the same kind of people. So hopefully that is something we could, as we end this, that's something we could just take away and process. I wish you guys the best, and hopefully you guys think about ways you can add value to your own life. Much love to Tommy for inviting me to be an instructor, for you guys to be a guest, and to also do this Q&A. Much respect to him and everything he did. I'm so glad that we're friends and we have a lot of respect for one another. So thank you Tommy. Much love. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook. I'm happy to connect with you.
Yeah.